Hey, internets, it's Jake, and welcome to a very special live mini terrain domain where it is not a game. I'm not running a game today, but it is release day for Absolute Tabletop's Sewers Under Sandwall. Now, I'm going to be fully honest with you guys. I have not seen the adventure. I've seen the artwork. I've seen a few other pieces of artwork from the adventure, and I have seen one picture of what the final room looks like. And I used that to design the terrain that I'm going to show you in a moment. I don't have a better webcam, so I'm hoping I can show you guys this, that this will do it justice. But, and I'm going to say this a few times as more and more people come in so that people know. I don't know how long we're going to do this. Live chat is open if you're watching on YouTube. So if you have any questions for me, or you just want to tell me how awesome my beard is, whatever, that's great. So, Sewers Under Sandwall is the latest adventure release from Absolute Tabletop. Tim James Carney, Matt Click, and Michael Barker have been working hard on getting this thing ready for us to release today. And it just released 8 minutes ago. So some of you probably already have your copy and are flipping through it. Like I said, I haven't even seen the adventure yet, but I'm so stoked for this. I absolutely love the content that Absolute Tabletop puts out. I've got a binder over here chock full of everything that I've purchased from Absolute Tabletop and a few things that are still digital on here. Some of it, even if you don't run the adventures, they have amazing supplementary material, some amazing pieces of lore and magic items, lots of roll tables, and a few adventures. I've run the Horror at Misty Meadows from Absolute Tabletop right here on the channel, and I'm going to be running more adventures. I plan on running this one. I'm actually starting next Wednesday over on A Fistful of Dice. I am playing a wizard in a party of 4, I believe, running through Sewers of Sandwall, run by Matt Click. So I'm really excited about that. So a few details. Let me give you guys a little teaser here. I'm gonna periodically I'll show this. I'm sorry I don't have a better way to show it to you, but the terrain piece is actually sitting here right behind me. And hopefully the lighting is good enough for you to see this. So here's kind of the stupid reversed camera is messing me up. All right. So there's kind of the a little bit of a high angle look at it. You can see all the piping, the raw sewage, some flotsam and jetsam, some materials that are pretty surely not good coming out of those large pipes. And this is going to be a primary room in the Sewers Under Sandwall dungeon. All right, I'll bring it in for another look in a little bit, but there you have it. That piece you're looking at here, I'm balancing my laptop precariously on an open drawer. Marquise, yes, that liquid is actually a what is it called? It's quick water. It's been curing for about 8 hours so far, and it's still pretty liquid, but it's kind of cool out here, and I mixed a bunch of acrylic paints in there to give it the color, so I'm hoping it solidifies like it's supposed to. But it's kind of thick. It's probably about 1/8 of an inch thick, so it'll need to dry all the way through. It'll need to cure all the way through, which is fine. It's going to sit out on a shelf for about for about a week. So what was I saying? Oh, about this being one of the primary rooms in the dungeon is that Matt Click revealed on a video over on the Absolute Tabletop Facebook group that they've designed this adventure to be replayable so that you can run it time and time again without it ever being the same. And it sounds like you'll be able to take elements of it and drop it into your own adventure however you want. But it is a fully contained story, a fully contained adventure. And this, I forgot to mention, is a location called The Sieve. There's all kinds of nasty mechanical effects and monsters. Speaking of monsters, we saw in some artwork that was revealed by Absolute Tabletop that there's something called man sharks, and I'll see here if I can find my man shark. So I'm going to bring this over. So yeah, there's some man sharks that are going to appear in the dungeon. This artwork was revealed on Absolute Tabletop Facebook page a while ago. And so I thought, as part of this train giveaway, I'm going to paint up a couple of these Reaper Mini Shark Man. And this guy's got a hook in his eye, as you can see. Maybe you can't see there, but I saw in the artwork that the guy had a hook in there. So that's an actual fish hook stuck through the side of the dude's head. And then this one literally just came in the mail. I had to special order this one. Just came in the mail a couple hours ago. And then this is the work in progress. I've just started painting it. So I'm going to be working on painting these two bad boys this week, and they will be included in the giveaway. So, Marquise, my man, what a god. I will accept your deification. Who trained you? I want to say I'm 100% self-trained, but I watched a lot of videos on YouTube from DM Scotty, the DMG, and numerous other tutorials over the years. And then I just kind of started carving my own foam and painting it up. But my dad was building models from the time he was a teenager, and he tried to get me to build models when I was a kid, and I just didn't want to do anything with that. I thought, nah, I don't have the patience for it. Well, here it is 30 years later, and I find that this is a very soothing hobby. So this particular piece, just a few facts. Now, I'm going to, after the broadcast, I'm going to do a post over on facebook.com/mini-terrain-domain. I'm going to post all of the work in progress and a bunch of glamour shots of the final pieces, or the final piece. So you can look at it in all of its detail. I put a few hero minis in there so you can kind of see the scale and everything. And you can get a close-up look at some of the things that are floating or whatever. There's a question, are the man sharks 3D printed or made with a different method? These man sharks, I don't want to take any credit for making them. It's actually Reaper bones. You can get them for like $5, I think. And yeah, I think I paid like $5. I bought one at the hobby shop, and then I had to order this one from a game shop online, another $5. But they're Reaper bones, so it's kind of a soft plastic. I've painted a few of them. I don't have any that I can really show you right now that are readily accessible. But I think I do okay. You saw my terrain here. I think I'll do okay with painting the Mini. Yeah, they're actually both, Ben, they're both Reaper white plastic minis. The only difference is this one I haven't pulled them off the base yet. Oh, there you go. I just pulled them off the base. That's going to give me a little more freedom to paint them up, get up under the legs and stuff like that. And they just fit right in there. And then I'll re-glue it if I decide to use this base. These sharks are going to be interesting because go back to this. They're sewer sharks. So I'm going to have to come up with some kind of a wash or something that gives it that sewer look. Anyway, so I'm gonna go through real quick some facts about the build. Let me show you guys. I know we get some new people coming in, so let's take another look at it. That is a quick water effect in there that is curing. Full disclosure, as I get into the timeline here in a little bit, I was up till about 4 a.m. putting the finishing touches on this. And I'm getting to that critical fail. I will give you the full breakdown of timeline on this. Anyways, yeah, I stayed up till 4 a.m. because I wanted to get this water effect in here so that it could start curing and so I could show it with its full effect. Again, as I said, you'll see some of the detail and in-progress shots over on Facebook.com/mini terrain domain. If you haven't liked the page already, head on over, give me a like. That'd be cool. I don't make any money from it or anything, but it lets me reach more of you when I post new videos and new content. But yeah, you can see that all of this, I had a question before. Somebody asked me if I had cast the pieces. This is actually the walls and the floor and the capstones on all the walls is dollar store foam core. It's a 20 by 30 sheet for $1. The paper peels off without leaving any residue behind. The stuff is awesome to work with. It cuts like butter with an X-Acto blade. And then the walls are actually 3 layers of that thick so that I could do the outside texture that you see here. I could do the inner texture and I could do the inside of the little alcoves. There are approximately 5,000 bricks and stones, all hand carved. There are 44 pipes, counting the large outlet pipes. Even with it all painted, you can probably tell that the copper pipes are actually bendy straws. I came up with this idea for these manifolds based on the description of this room that said it kind of looked like some kind of a pipe organ. So I tried to communicate that as much as I could. The larger pipes are, I used Lego wagon wheels. I don't know, a couple of years ago, I bought like 50 Lego wagon wheels for $10. And then that's granny grid, plastic canvas glued into the middle of it. And then the pipes themselves are actually I think it's the core from a roll of gaming paper. And then I just cut it along its edge and made it a little bit smaller. I actually have a tutorial how to do a simpler version of these sewer pipe outlets on Mini Terrain Domain. Sewer pipes and grading, I think it's called. And then for the floating detritus, I had made some molds of some crates out of hot glue. And then I cut them at an angle, glued them to the bottom. Same thing with some of these wooden barrels. You'll see in the progress photos that they're actually cut down and glued to the bottom. But I wanted it to look like there was some crud floating around in here. The walkway areas that lead in and the vertical walls on either side of that are actually made of pink polyfoam. And that's it. Now I saying that's it because literally, not counting the liquid stuff, there's probably, I would say, oh man, $1.50 worth of materials in here. And then you add in the liquid stuff, and probably like, I don't know, $15, but I got it at 50% off, so I paid like $7 for it. So less than $10. However, from the time I started working on this until now, well, not until now, the clock stopped running. I stopped running the clock at 4 o'clock last night. I measure my time the way I track how long, because I'm terrible at remembering to hit a button to say, oh, it took me this long to do this, like punching a clock or whatever. I'm terrible at that. However, I keep stuff, videos going the whole time. I know on some of my previous crafts, I watched, in fact, when I made Tomb of the Mummy Lord, I had almost all of the Provokers and Winds of Sir Celine took me through that project. For this one, seasons 3, 4, and 5 of Game of Thrones, Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I finished up at about 4 a.m. with The Princess Bride, as I was pouring in the water effects. So, rough estimate, Princess Bride's 90 minutes. Star Wars is 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that's 3.5, 3, 5. And then 3 seasons of Game of Thrones at about an hour an episode. 10 episodes per season is 34. We'll call it 35 hours. And that's not counting the painting time. I'm probably, these are a little bit bigger, not too much detail work on the minis, but I think, I don't know, another 5 hours. I'll do a little bit here, a little bit there. I got to catch up on the last half of the last episode of the Provokers, so that's a little bit there. And I've got to watch Mike the Piper's Star Wars game, so I've got some other stuff to keep me going. But yeah, 35 hours. I think for most of my builds, and a friend of mine has my pirate ship that a lot of you've seen. It's on the channel. That took me like 40 hours. The pyramid took 100 hours. But typically when I do pieces like this, I actually did a sewer. I don't know if you can even see the detail up there. There's a sewer up there in the corner that I've actually used. It has a lighted portal in it. Some of the walls don't come together very well, and I used a different method for the sewage in it. But that one probably took me about 20 or 30 hours. So that's pretty typical, I think, for one of my builds. So yeah, I mean, and it's, I don't look at it as a chore. I mean, sometimes it gets a little tedious when I'm in it. I'm doing some math real quick. Channel of Bunnies. So the piece retails for $15,000. Yeah, if I were charging $428.57 an hour, my rates are a little bit lower than that. If I were to sell a piece like this, it's really hard, to find that line between what is somebody willing to pay for something like this versus what's my time worth. It truly is cathartic for me. It's relaxing. I like doing this stuff. I like seeing the reaction of people when they see it. And this is my art form. It's Marquise, it's your art, man. I'm glad you love it. Yeah, I mean, it is my art. My game mastering, that's part of my art form. And doing this, I have a couple of home groups that I play in. They love it when I bring this kind of stuff to the table. But This one, and I'm going to have to reiterate this, and the details of this will be down below in the description of the video. But I know some of you are going, come on, Jake, it's been a half hour. Tell us how we can win it. So you can win this piece, this exact piece that you see right here. And again, if you want to, before you enter the contest, if you want to, kind of kick the tires and see what you're looking at, possibly winning, go to my Facebook page, Mini Terrain Domain, and look at the detailed pictures that will be up there within the hour. Anyway, I'm going to be giving away not only this, but those two painted Sharkmen. Once I actually paint them, they'll be fully painted and based, and they go along with this. I'm going to stick it in there because of the stuff still curing. And you'll win a copy of Sewers Below Sand, or Sewers Under Sandwall. I don't know what it's called. So here's all you have to do to enter to win this. And the contest will be running through Friday, April 15th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. After that time, I will pick a winner, and then I will announce the winner, probably on the Facebook page. I'll contact the winner through the comments, and we'll find a way that will make it a more public announcement so that everybody can see it, probably in the follow-up video. But here it is. Here's your quest for your chance to win this piece for your own table. In the comments of this video, I want you to tell me what treasure would be found in this room. That's it. One entry per person. It's open to anyone, absolutely anyone, except for myself, of course, my immediate family, and unfortunately the boys over at, I almost said at Sewers. Yeah, the boys down in the Sewers, the boys over at Absolute Tabletop. Much to their chagrin. So I will be looking closely for entries from Blaine's Blarney and Blim Blarney and Bikel Marker and Cat and Lick. And every other pseudonym those guys can come up with. Channel of Bunnies. My birthday is the 16th too. So I'm not going to let it sway me at all. Anyway, so that's all there is to it. Tell me what treasure you would find in the bottom of this sewage down in the comments below. And in 1 week's time, you could be the winner of this, those two shark dudes, and a copy of Sewers Under Sandwall. I've kind of blathered on for about a half hour. Oh, looks like, I'm looking at the comments, looks like James just heard the disclaimer. I wish I had the ability. One of the things I want to learn how to do is I want to learn how to scan or cast or maybe 3D model, any of that kind of stuff I want to get to where I could make pieces of something like this and then I could replicate them so that I can make more than one model. If there was a way that I could, I mean, I know it can be done, but it's outside of my financial means and my area of knowledge. So, I mean, that'd be cool to be able to make more than one of these. But I like the idea that this is a one-of-a-kind piece. And somebody out there is going to win it. Yes, Marquise, you have a week to put up your entry. So you have plenty of time to come up with whatever. And there's no guidelines on when you tell me what kind of treasure other than one entry per person. You don't have to write a book, but you can. You can write a whole paragraph description about what the treasure is and what the quest is to get it. But yeah, and share it. tell everybody about it. Tell people to come check out Mini Terrain Domain. Tell people to check out the Facebook page. Subscribe, comment, like, all that jazz. I'm getting back to my roots on the channel, so you'll start to see a lot more tutorials. So if crafting is your thing, or you kind of want to learn, I'm going to show you how you can make, maybe not at this level here, but I'm going to show you how you can kind of get started. I'll teach you how to make some basic things. You know, with a very little bit of skill, you can make your own obelisks. This was the very first thing I ever made from that I learned how to make from DM Scotty, a large purple worm. I mean, I don't have a lot of my stuff out readily available to look at right now. Let's see if I can get this without knocking everything over. This was inspired by another Absolute Tabletop product. In fact, their very first ever Goblin go-karts. This is Fast Kill from the Goblin go-kart adventure. So Jarrah says, if I win, I could cast it for you. That would be very cool. My concern is I don't even know enough about it to know how durable something like this is to be able to stand up to casting. I should mention this, Channel of Bunnies. I see you put your treasure in the live chat. That won't, when I end the live stream, that's not going to carry over to the comments. So you're going to want to wait until the live stream goes off air and make sure that I'll double check that comments are enabled. But yeah, so copy and paste that. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here in a minute so I can get all these detail shots. I'm going to leave you with another look at the sewer. I've never seen so many people so eager to look at a sewer before, but yeah, I'm gonna go off air here in a few minutes, and then you can head over to the Facebook page, check out the detail photos on this, and then yeah, once comments are live below the video, go ahead and leave your comments about what treasure you'd like to see. What treasure would you find in the sewers under Sandwall and in the Civ? So, as I've said, I'm Jake. This has been Mini Terrain Domain. If you aren't already a fan of Absolute Tabletop, check them out online. Head over to absolutetabletop.com and order yourself a copy of Sewers Under Sandwall. Yeah, somebody's going to win one, but don't let that stop you. It's $1. So you could get another copy and give it to a friend. If you don't run, but you want your DM to run it, buy it for your DM and keep the copy you win for yourself. But definitely don't wait, because it's, I'm saying it's $1. Maybe James, if you're still here, you can verify that. I don't want to tell people wrong. But that's just through Sunday, I believe. That's typically how they do it. So I just want to make sure that I'm not steering you guys wrong. So I'm looking over on the Absolute Tabletop page while I'm waiting for James to confirm. But yeah, it's typically that. If not, the price is there when you get there. Facebook's going crazy. Yeah, it's only $1 through the weekend. So I don't want to steer you guys wrong. But yeah. So if you're watching this video after Sunday night, sorry. But yeah, it's $1, but you can always pay more too. These guys put out some top-notch content. I've run several of their games, several of their concepts, Copper Jackals, Convokers. Played in my first Copper Jackals game a couple weeks ago. As I said, I'll be playing in Sewers Under Sandwall. I don't know how much Matt's promoted this, but I know over on A Fistful of Dice, starting this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, is He's going to be running Sewers Under Sandwall, and myself and 3 others will be diving into these sewers and seeing what we can find. So we'll see what treasure I find. I'm playing a wizard named Gabriel Algernon Featherstone. It's my first ever wizard, so hopefully he survives and doesn't get drowned in the sewers. I've never found it more appropriate to have water walking and water breathing spells. Although I don't know how much water breathing carries over when you're actually breathing sewage. That is a horrible concept to even think about. So anyway, mini terrain domain, crafting stuff. That's what I do. I run games. You're here. While you're here, check out some of my other videos. Give me a subscribe. Tell your friends about it. And remember, down below, tell me what treasure you'd find in the Civ. And in 1 week's time, I will announce a winner of this terrain, a copy of the adventure, and the 2 man sharks. Men sharks? Man sharks. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been awesome. It's been a great time building this thing, and I at this point, I'm just repeating myself and babbling on. So thanks a lot, guys. Best of luck on the contest, and I look forward to seeing your entries over the course of the week. Mitada!